Before $1 billion comes $1 million. Here's how you can make your first million in the next 2 years. Step number 1. If you're in college and don't know exactly what you want to do, drop the hell out. College is great for those of us who have a goal in mind, which includes leveraging education. This means you're in college in order to get diplomas, which will get you an income-producing occupation in return. But if you're in college for the sake of hitting bongs, downing kegs, and partying with babes, then you need to look in the mirror and reevaluate yourself, buddy. My whole philosophy is this: work hard when you're younger and have all the energy in the world, and play harder later when you have more money than all your college friends combined. Trust me, partying when you've got dough is much funner than partying when you've barely got enough money to pay for insurance on a 98 Corolla. For a lot of us, college is just a continuation of high school. We want to hang out with friends and mess around. It's all fun and games until you realize you're rapidly accumulating debt which will burden your future. This is all really subjective, so do you think college is necessary for you? Let me know in the comments. Step 2. Produce income and self-educate. This is the tough part, but you're going to have to work at least 6 days a week to start making and saving money. Use your current education level and skill set and find a job that suits you. It won't be all fun and games and you're probably not going to like this job at all, but you'll need a primary income source in order to achieve what's ahead. Make sure your 7 days are structured like this. You're investing your time to make your primary income, which you can invest in side hustles, and you're investing your time into educating yourself. Side note, no breaks during these next 2 years, okay? You gotta work weekdays and all of weekends to get solid results, buddy. When I was starting out, my primary income came from working as a salesperson at an insurance agency. I by no means liked insurance, but working this job taught me a few things. First was how to deal with people, which is a hugely important life skill that many people lack nowadays. Second thing was it taught me to become a closer. Your life revolves around you selling yourself to others. Whether it's a job you're trying to get or a relationship you're trying to start, selling yourself and implementing your viewpoints in such a way that it meshes with another's psychological foundation is crucial. Moreover, besides investing your time to make money, the best investment you can make is in yourself, period. The more you know, the more efficient and knowledgeable you become. This will lead you to creating and doing things that will have huge payoffs. The best way to self-educate is through practical experience. This is where you'll need to find a mentor who will help set your mind straight and help you deal with a variety of things. For me, my father helped out with this. He taught me how to be a killer salesperson and big thinker, which molded my future. You also have to read many books which will help mold your viewpoints and thinking process. I found that books that help me most are those that teach you how to understand people and how life works. Step number 3. Live below your means. You don't need to lease that latest BMW and you don't need that latest iPhone. You don't need to eat out for lunch every day and you don't need to hang out with your friends every other day. You don't need those latest Balenciaga kicks and you definitely don't need that Gucci headband. You don't need to move out from your parents' house and rent your own place. Well, that is unless you're like 30, then I'd say it's time to move out, buddy. Now, I'm not saying stop living your life, but I'm basically telling you to stop living your life until you can afford to live your life the way you'd like, which is much more pleasurable. Try to be more conservative with your money and collect the money you would have spent on a liability. It'll help accelerate this whole process, trust me. Step number 4. Start funding your side hustles. You can start using the money you're getting from your primary source of income to fund your side hustles. There are plenty of side hustles you can engage in today. Some of my favorites include selling on Amazon FBA. Basically, the way this works is you find a high-selling product on Amazon with low competition. You would then brand the product and import it from the manufacturer, who is usually in China. Setting this up will cost you some money, but if you do everything right, you can potentially have a product selling a few hundred units a month, generating $5 to $10 profit on each unit. There are many videos on YouTube about this and I suggest you look into it. I myself will post future videos about this. In the meantime, you can also check out my video on Amazon FBA growth tips. Building a brand with Shopify dropshipping. This is more complicated, but I'm sure you can handle it. Basically, you find the next hot selling product on the internet and build your own brand around this one product. You head on to Shopify and create a website that is based around this branded version of the hot selling product. You can then make your own logos and packaging for this product and find a manufacturer that will accommodate you in the production aspect. After the products are manufactured, they will be sent to a warehouse which will fulfill orders that it receives from your website. The way you'll get these orders is by posting creative brand-oriented content on social media and advertising the hell out of it. Once you establish a solid brand presence with this product and consistent sales from social media and SEO advertising, you'll create a pipeline which will keep on giving. A good example of this is the activated charcoal and teeth whitening product craze. Everyone and their mother was promoting this, and I'm sure you've seen 1 or 2 ads about it on your feed. Bottom line is there are plenty of ways to monetize this type of venture, and you can become a millionaire from just this alone. Personal branding. Take doing what you love and show the world. This is an excellent way to monetize your passion. If you have a passion such as drawing or playing chess or knitting with your grandma, start making videos about it and put them on YouTube and social media. This will allow you to connect with people and amass followers with similar interests. You can make money through selling merchandise, course sales, affiliate links, or simply ad revenue from YouTube. Whichever side hustle you choose, you won't be able to ignore the upfront work that's required for you to make it a success. Just as Benjamin Franklin once said, only pussies are scared of putting in the work. So, in order to live up to Benji's expectations, don't be a pussy and put in the work. Step number 5, reinvest your income. Now that you have income coming in from your primary job and side hustle, you may want to start reinvesting this money. Personally, I love reinvesting my income into blue chip stocks with high yielding dividends. Stocks such as Coca-Cola, Verizon, Pfizer, and Procter & Gamble are all solid stocks with high yielding dividends. Let's say you have $30,000 invested in these stocks and the collective yield is 3.5% combined with 10% annual growth. After the first 2 years, you'll have around $38,885.47 without putting in any extra money. Not a bad deal if you ask me. But of course, no one wants to wait that long for returns, so another thing you should do is invest in new side hustles you haven't tried out yet. I suggest to play it safe at this step because we want to save our money for some big things that are coming up in the next step. Step number 6, liquidate investments and reinvest. At this point, you'll want to liquidate and invest in larger income producing assets, my favorite being rental properties. I live in New York and the average home here is upwards of $1 million in today's market, which is flat out retarded. But you would be able to secure $1 million home by putting 25 to 30% down and taking out a mortgage. When buying an investment property, it's very important to have your calculations on point. In simple terms, you'll have to calculate this. If I put down $300,000 on a property worth $1 million and rent it out, will I be able to be profitable after my mortgage, utility, tax, insurance, and possible renovation expenses? If you will be profitable, don't hesitate and go into it. A lot of people suffer from analysis paralysis at this step where they see something worth putting their money into but keep hesitating due to overanalyzing the out of everything. Don't be that person and just do it. As long as the property is in a good area and has signs of future appreciation, you won't go wrong. Step number 7, reinvest again. Now that you have secured a property and have established side hustle income, you can continue to reinvest your earnings in order to build wealth. At this point, you've probably reached $1 million net worth, and if you haven't, you're pretty damn close. Now comes the fun part, reaching your next milestone of $1 billion net worth. Whoa, slow down there, buddy boy. It's not that easy. So let's keep your next milestone at 5 to 10 million net worth in the next 2 years after you made your first million. From this point, you can continue to acquire assets leveraging the assets you already have. We'll go over this in future videos. For now, you could drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'd appreciate it. And when you do make your first million, make sure you let me know and share the love. Because nothing makes me more happy than knowing I've helped you make your first $1 million.